Well, hello everybody, Mikey Daniels here. Mikey Kung Pao left and moved to another country, so I don't have him anymore. I'm sorry. Maybe someday we'll bring him back, but for now you're just stuck with me, his twin brother. So anyway, and of course, my other friend, Michael Soothing, you can always go to his channel, his ASMR channel, if you want a mellow and relaxed voice. But anyway, we're not mellow and relaxed today. This is just an intro kickoff because I'm going to do a few more Jodi Arias videos in the future. And today I just want to come back to tell you that I'm going to do a few, but we'll talk about her a little bit. What is that in my mouth? She's already hexing me with cat fur or something from a distance. You know, the succubus. Look at this. Can you believe this? She made it to the cover of some magazine or other. Anyway, the reason I'm back, so we'll talk about this a little bit before I go, but anyway, the reason I am back, some of my old subbies, including some of those who go over to my Soothing channel, my ASMR channel, have been bugging me saying, do another Jodi video, do another Jodi video. So, Bam Bam and others, and they feed me little tidbits of info about her now and then, because I kind of lost track of what she was up to. Apparently she's very busy getting in trouble in Perryville. And, cleaning toilets and johns and things, all the things that she aspired to when she was outside, Anyway, I thought we would talk about her for a moment, and then I'll come back and do more videos on her in the future, in the not too distant future. As soon as I move to my house up in Oregon, because I'm kind of like retired now. Okay, boy, it's going to take me a while to get to Jodi because they got all these other pictures in there. It says hot mama. I'm not going to make any disparaging jokes. I don't want to do I'm not talking politics here, so never mind. I don't want to make any jokes about anybody's physical appearance unless it's Kurt Nermy, of course, in which case all bets are off. Or who was that horrible person? Alice LaViolette. Okay, I'm allowed. Those are the exceptions. I'm allowed to make a lot of disparaging. Oh, here it is. Prison wedding for Jodi. Prison wedding for Jodi? Question mark, I think. Look at this. Jodi Arias. That shows her in her wonderful prison garb. I can never do a video here without an interruption, so I'm going to pause. Who knows how many other interruptions I'll get. Anyway, that's the end of that one. Let me read you a little bit of what this says, okay? I'm going to have to read it at high speed because I don't have much time to make this video. I'm not living in my own place at the moment, living with, other folks, and I have to make dinner tonight. It's my turn. So anyway, sitting in her rock-hard bed, I'm so glad. I hope it's a granite slab, in Arizona's Perryville prison, convicted murderer, or we should say convicted 29 stabbing, throat-slashing, headshot murderer Jodi Arias, who planned and executed the entire thing well in advance and took her innocent boyfriend by surprise by getting him in the shower, turned around backwards while she was supposedly taking a photo of him. Anyway, she spends her days in isolation. Her only form of daily interaction, a plate of food being slipped through a tiny slot in her 8 by 12 foot cell. I think it ought to be 3 by 3 foot. She should only be able to stand up, never lay down or anything. She has no idea what's going on in the outside world because she's on 23-hour lockdown. Donovan Behrings, a former inmate, says, in touch of Jodi. Ooh, Donovan, remember her? Anyway, most days she sits in her cell reading and writing and doing pencil drawings. She should have said reading, writing, and tracing and ripping off art in magazines, which she then sells as her own original art. We did a video on that, of course. It hardly seems a place where love would bloom, but when it comes to Jodi, things are never as they appear, are they? No, they really aren't. Because after all, this doesn't necessarily look like the succubus from hell with worms coming out of their eyes and flashing red eyeballs, shooting fire and snakes and things come out. But in reality, if you could see into her soul, okay, nothing is as it appears. Anyway, what's going on? This notorious killer, blah, 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 She is planning a prison wedding. She wants to have her friends and family there. It will be a fairy tale wedding to the man she loves. Not so fast, Jodi. Just who is the lucky guy? She isn't saying. Lucky guy? Man, I'd say that guy, whoever marries her, is like won the lotto in reverse, you know? It's like the hell lotto. Whoever gets to go to the worst torture chamber in hell, it's winning that lotto, okay? Whoever marries her. Anyway, Jodi's ready to embrace love again. She doesn't know what love is. Who is the lucky guy? She has many proposals on a weekly basis. You know, those sick freaks out there. What was the guy's name? I'm having trouble with my memory, folks. I told you in my ASMR channel. So I don't, Samuels, you know, Samuelson and Samuels and the juror and the other guy, the crazy guy who got up on the stand, you know, these perverse old men who think they have a thing going with her. I'm sure she gets lots of proposals from them. Anyway, there's been a steady stream of love letters to Jodi from a ton of men, some already married. Freaks, okay? Losers. All right, and offering to leave their wives for her. That's a pretty bad wife if you're going to leave her for Jodi, okay? And it's not just fans writing Jodi. Brian Carr, what an idiot that guy was, remember? Is writing her and everything. We'd role play a little bit. Jodi asked what I would do if I was in a cell with her. Well, first of all, Brian, you better get on some mesh body armor, okay, if you decide to dump her. He's not the only one who has fallen under Jodi's spell. Blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of evil people in the world who want to try to get their 5 minutes of fame. Look at this pose here. It's like shows these other inmates trying to grab at her through the bars, you know. Come here, daughter of Satan. Can we touch you and you know, see whether some of the power of the dark side comes off on it? By the way, Jodi Arias. You know, you really can't get married in jail because in Arizona, they only allow you to marry one person at a time, and you're already married to Beelzebub. You're already married to the incubus. So, you know, what are you talking about getting married? All right, so it goes on and talks about the murder. We've discussed that at length, of course. How many videos did I make on this? I don't remember. 50? Go back and look at those, okay? Who would want to marry a prisoner? Look, they can't have a wedding cake in prison, but they can have cupcakes from the commissary. So she's going to have to get Hostess chocolate cupcakes. I said something about this on one of my ASMR videos. I'd rather have a Hostess cupcake for my wedding than a big white, nasty wedding cake with all that lardy frosting, you know. So at least there's one upside, right? Anyway, it goes on and says she doesn't get to come out of jail and have conjugal visits and da-da-da. What kind of wedding could she have in there? They can wear a dress, but they have to make it themselves. You know, she can make it out of trash bags, okay? I want to see Jodi in trash bags, don't you? So let's see what she can come up with. Knowing her, she's going to manipulate all the women in there into being maids and maidesses of honor. I wish that AC wasn't on. It's very hot in Sacramento. Her only hope of becoming a mom, she wants to become a mom too, so she could have these little evil spawn, you know. And I think that there should be a new law passed by the Arizona legislature to prevent the spawn of Satan. You could call it spawn of Satan law. And you could say, Jodi, one inmate in Perryville prison needs to be fixed, you know, and that would be Jodi Arias. All right, so anyway, Jodi lost the privilege of visits for 6 months after calling an officer a vulgar name. She's been getting into a lot of trouble. Bam Bam and others have been sending me little tidbits, fighting with the prison guards and calling them names and kicking. You know how Jodi is. She is a pariah as well as being an Ariah. Her only hope of becoming a mom is to be set free. She's not going to be set free. You know, somebody did a phony, I'm going to show you in a second, a phony website that somebody set up saying she was being set free. I think it was one of those creepy, perverse, evil followers of hers, and trying to raise funds or something and spread a false story. So let me put this on pause. I'll show you a couple things. online that we'll come back to in a future video. And we'll call it a day for this re-intro on Jodi. Okay, so I don't remember my old signature line. Don't date anyone with a knife. What was it? Something like that. Anyway, let's check the online thing and see what it shows. See, look at this, everybody. Jodi Arias to be released from prison. You know what? I need my stabby tool. Where's my stabby tool? I can use this. And how about this Stanley thing? Can we use this? Here we go. Let's push the blade out. Where is it? No, we got to fix it first. Gonna have to find something else. Where is a stabby tool? Let me go find my pen. Or a good sharp knife. Get a sharp knife. Hold on, everybody. I'll be right back. Okay, here's my stabby tool. Here's my Jodi Arias pointer. Boston Tribune. Jodi Arias to be released. Here, let's get this where you can see it. Released from prison after incident with correctional officers. Then you scroll down and it says, there it shows, I like this mugshot. That's more like the real Jodi, other than the, the blonde that we see. Department of Corrections. We scroll down and the article says, officials from the Arizona Department of Corrections confirm Jodi Arias will be granted early release from the Arizona State Prison Complex, Perryville, located in Goodyear, Arizona. Okay, can you believe that? Like, it makes my hat fall off, all right, when I read that. Jodi Arias, the 36-year-old who will be 96 when she, anyway, 36-year-old infamous murderess became the center of attention, blah, blah, blah. And then it goes on and says, news of Arias, let's see here. News of Arias' scheduled early release was originally announced on CNN by her new attorney, Colin Wright. Arias, who was originally defended by Kurt Nurmi, Shamu, the killer whale, Kurt Nurmi, and Jennifer Wilmot, was able to attain the counsel, and then it's something about how she was mistreated by the folks in the Department of Corrections, and it led to an agreement for early release, and Okay, it's all bogus, folks, all right? If you were like me, your heart was in your throat when you read this. You wanted to stab a fork in your eye, but it turns out that there is no such paper as the Boston Tribune, okay? This is just a hoax. It's one of the news you can trust, see there? And, but it's news that you cannot trust. So don't worry about that. All right, so sorry to give you that terrible scare, all right? It's almost Halloween, so certainly we'll do some kind of video on Jodi again before Halloween gets here. I'm hoping to do 2 or 3, but it's been very, very busy. I'm not in my own home at the moment, up in Oregon, but I will be there soon. And so maybe we'll do another one. But in the meantime, don't go with, okay, I just remembered my signature line for all my other videos. Jeez, I think it's been almost a year and a half since I did a video on Jodi. We'll come back and report on some other things like her new career path, cleaning the urinals that the other women inmates are using, and see if maybe we can get her a promotion to cleaning the urinals in Hades, okay? Anyway, until then, don't go with no sociopath, okay? Just don't. All right, take care, everybody, and I promise to come back again. Bye-bye.